If you're building your kit as a cinematographer, there's one piece of equipment I think you should get. Obviously a camera, but once you've got that, you should get a monitor. It's a piece of equipment where after using it once, I've never wanted to not use it again, and here's why. One of the biggest advantages is that obviously it's a bigger screen. Most monitors are 5 or 7 inches, and when you try and film off of your camera screen, it's just not big enough. So it's a lot easier to compose the shot and also focus because you've got a bigger screen. Most monitors include frame guides, which if you're trying to shoot to a certain aspect ratio, then you can put that aspect ratio frame guide on your monitor to shoot to the specific one that you want. If you try and do that on your camera screen, it doesn't really have that feature, so you've just got to guess the aspect ratio. But this tells you the exact aspect ratio and you can compose and frame the shot to that. So a bigger screen does mean it's easier to nail the right focus, but there's also a feature called focus peaking, which is really useful for trying to nail focus. Focus peaking basically highlights the sharp parts of your frame in a colour such as red, blue, green, just that contrasts really well with the rest of the frame. And basically the part that you want to be in focus, you want to have the red highlights on it. There's been plenty of times where I've turned focus peaking on and then I thought the shot was in focus, but then I've realised it's just slightly off, so focus peaking really helps with that. Most cameras do have it built in, but on a monitor, again you've got the bigger screen, so it just makes it even easier to see. This next feature is very useful. Again, it's one that I use on every shoot. It's called false colour, and it basically assigns a colour to different levels of exposure throughout your whole image. Most cameras do have histograms and zebras built in to help with exposure, but those tools aren't quite as useful as false colour is. I pretty much always shoot in log, and when you shoot in log, you don't want to preview what the log footage is, you want to view it as the Rec 709 conversion, which most cameras do have a built-in Rec 709 conversion, but most of the time I know that I'm going to actually grade to a certain LUT that I've already made, and the Rec 709 conversion is not a full representation of how the final image is going to look. So trying to expose to that isn't the best thing to do. It's better to expose to the actual final look. And my camera, for example, you can't load a LUT on. You just can have a standard Rec 709 conversion, but with pretty much any monitor, you can install any LUT on, and it has a live preview of what the final image will look like. So those are the reasons I can't shoot without a monitor. I do have a question though. I shoot on the Atomos Shinobi 5, and for me, it's worked really well for everything that I do. But I want to know, are there any features that you have on your monitor that maybe I've not gone over that you can't shoot without? I do really want to try the EL zone system. I don't have that on this monitor. It's basically false colour, but it's based on stops, which has got to be a lot better for getting the right contrast ratio and just nailing in the exposure exactly how you want it to be. So let me know if you've used that as well, and just basically what monitor you think is the best monitor, because like I say, I've only shot on this. But apart from that, stay tuned, because I'm going to make more videos talking about all the features I've talked about in this video, telling you how to correctly use all the tools. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching.